All right, welcome back to another video. Today I'm troubleshooting the power door lock issue. I'm having on my 2002 Crown Victoria. This is pretty much applicable to any 98 till we'll say 2005 Crown Victoria. The problem I'm having is the doors will unlock, all the doors, but when I press the lock button, the driver's side door does not lock. Same thing if I use the remote. All the other doors unlock and lock. This one will unlock if it is locked, but it won't lock. So, there's a couple things to start. The first thing to do is to test your power door lock actuator. These are common that they fail. To get the door panel off on your Grand Marquis or Town Car or Crown Vic, in this era, there are 3 screws that need to come out. First thing you have to do is pull this panel up carefully. You can see that it clips in at the top and the bottom to here and here. And then there's a screw that comes out right here. And then down on the bottom, you have one right here. And then on the side, you have one right here. Take those 3 screws out. And if you look at the back, you'll see there's these slotted pieces of plastic that correspond with the slots in the door. So we actually pull the door panel up, disconnect the wiring just with the clips, and we can remove our panel. All right, so if we look inside the door here, you can see this is our actuator right here. And out of the top, there's this little rubber thing, and it clips in to your door latch. So the first thing I did was remove this wiring harness. And there's just a little clip that holds it on. Okay, so if we pull it up here, it's 2 wires. Just like a lot of car manufacturers, it's just a reversing polarity actuator. So you can hook up a multimeter, and in our case, I had something kind of strange happen. When I pressed the button to unlock or lock the doors, I was getting 12 volts both ways. So I initially assumed it was a bad actuator. If that was the case, to get the actuator out, not really going to completely cover it, but over here there's this rivet. They're riveted in from the factory. You have to drill this out, pull the actuator out, and then this is what a new actuator from Ford looks like. And it comes with a rivet and everything. But I said, okay, before I drill out that rivet and get this in, let me plug the new one in. I plugged the new one in, and lo and behold, this one unlocked but would not lock also. So I tested with my multimeter this circuit with it connected, and when it was under load, i.e. connected, when I went to lock the door, there was 0 volts. But when I would unconnect it, there was 12 volts when I hit the lock button. It could either be a broken wire, or in our case, this is called the driver's door module. This is where all the relays are for your windows and your power locks. It's actually convenient because had all the locks not worked, I would have suspected, again, either the driver's door module or a bad wire. And these wires are known to break where they get bent all the time, where the door closes. But with a relatively low mileage car like this one, I immediately suspected this here, the driver's door module. So these can be repaired, they can be replaced. They're very expensive if you want to buy them new. What I opted to do was look at this part number here, and I went on eBay for under $30. I found a good used part So to swap that out, it's actually pretty easy. There's 2 Phillips head screws here and here. And then there's a little clip right here that you pull, and then this pulls off here. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the wiring first. I'll go ahead and open this up, show you what's on the inside. So if we look, there's just a circuit board in here. You can see that's the antenna for your key fobs. Looks like it's a pretty well-made board. It's got a corrosion protection on it. You can see we've got a series of relays here. Nothing really obvious, but my guess is that there's a relay that just controls the driver's door lock only. And there's a separate relay which controls the other 3 doors. And that's because you have your 2-stage unlocking for your driver's door. So to me, it was a very safe bet that that was our issue. So I'll go ahead. Install this back in the car here. The new one. Again, I just matched up the part number. And obviously, what will be different is your key fobs will no longer work. You'll just have to reprogram to your new driver's door module. I'll show you how to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and try it out. All right, you can see we lock and we unlock now. So that was all our problem was. So again, it is kind of rare that these go bad, but it's just a relay, set of relays in there, and that does happen. So like I said, it's not really worth, for $30, not really worth trying to fix this one. You can just buy one that works. When these become impossible to find, it's a different story, but luckily all the town cars, the Crown Vics, the Grand Marquis, they all use basically the same module. Here's a new keyless code. If you look right on here, so if you have keyless entry on the door, that's the master code. So we'll test that out. 62994. And then you hit this again to unlock it. To lock it, you press these 2 buttons. 6294. All right, so that works. I think this is the trunk. Yeah, there's the trunk. So I know everything's working. Now we have to reprogram our new remotes. All right, now depending on the model year, this is slightly different. You might have to look it up. For my 2002 Crown Vic, what you do is you put your key in the ignition. We're gonna cycle it 4 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're ending in the run position on the 4th time. We're not starting the car. You'll hear the lock cycle, and then we press the lock button on all of our remotes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So hit our button, lock button, hit our other one, turn our car off. All right, once you exit programming, you may have to cycle the locks manually, and then we'll try our remotes and see that they work. Okay, we'll get the door panel back on, and that wraps this one up. All right, so what I thought was a bad actuator turned out to be a bad driver's door module. So maybe this will help you diagnose the issue on your Crown Vic, Grand Marquis. All right, be sure to give the video a like if it helped you out. I'll put a link below to the part number for the power lock actuator, just in case that's your problem. But like I said, you have to hit up eBay or your local scrapyard, junkyard. You find a driver's door module. The main thing is you want to match up the part number. So until next time, we'll see you later.